Did African socialist states benefit from Eastern Bloc exchange programs? Imagine a time when countries around the world were trying to find their own path after colonial rule. Many African nations looked to socialism as a way to build new futures. During the Cold War, the Eastern Bloc, led by the Soviet Union and its allies, played a big role in helping these countries grow. They offered more than just words. They provided real support through exchange programs that aimed to help African socialist states develop their economies and societies. These programs mainly focused on education and technical training. African students from countries like Guinea, Ghana, Mali, Algeria, Angola, and Mozambique received scholarships to study in socialist countries such as the Soviet Union, East Germany, and Cuba. These students learned skills in science, technology, agriculture, and health. Many of them returned home with new ideas and knowledge to help their countries grow. The Eastern Bloc also helped build schools, universities, and hospitals in African socialist states. They shared expertise in farming techniques, industrial production, and medical care. This practical help was important because it allowed these countries to develop their infrastructure and train local professionals. It was a way to make progress without relying too much on Western aid, which often came with different political strings attached. Another key part of these exchange programs was political and ideological support. They trained African leaders and party members in socialist ideas, helping to strengthen their governments and political movements. This was seen as a way to resist Western influence and promote independence. Many liberation movements also received training through these programs, preparing them for governance after independence. However, these programs were not without complications. Because they were tied to Cold War politics, some African leaders were cautious. They worried about becoming too dependent on the Eastern Bloc or getting involved in political conflicts. The aid and training were limited compared to Western assistance, partly because the Eastern Bloc had its own economic challenges. From a broader view, these exchange programs showed the international reach of socialism. They aimed to build alliances and spread socialist ideas across Africa and Asia. For many African socialist states, this support helped them develop their economies and political systems. It also gave them a sense of solidarity with other socialist countries fighting against imperialism and capitalism. In the end, African socialist states did benefit from these programs in many ways. They gained education, technical skills, and political backing that helped shape their post-independence paths. While not a complete solution, these exchanges played a meaningful role in their development during the Cold War era. They were a clear example of how international cooperation can influence national progress and ideology.